Hello, everyone at home. Welcome to the very first 2021 academic year ICMP Songwriter Circle. My name is Hannah Rose Platt. I am a tutor at ICMP on the songwriting degree. I'm also MA Alumnus. I just finished the master's course literally about 3 weeks ago. And I'm really excited to be hosting this Nashville special because we have some absolutely amazing guests here for you tonight. I'm just going to mention I'm just going to go around and mention who everybody is. If you could just give us a wave when I mention you, that would be great. And then we'll get started. So we've got Sam Firth, the fantastic Sam Firth, who is ICMP MA alumnus and a very, very, very special singer-songwriter. We have all the way from Nashville, Julia Paymer, fantastic singer-songwriter and also a student at Belmont University in Nashville, who we have a really lovely kind of family relationship with at ICMP. And then back at ICMP, back at the building, in the ICMP jungle there, we've got Brooke Law. Give us a wave, Brooke. Brooke is a BA songwriter graduate and a fantastic singer-songwriter as well. And our very, very special guest this evening is Drew Ramsey, all the way from Nashville. He's a tutor at Belmont University and a Grammy award-winning producer and songwriter. He's worked with some fantastic artists, but I'll let him tell you more about that. So I think I'm going to kick us off with a little ghost story song I wrote called Chanel and Cigarettes. This came from a story I wrote when I was a child. I was a little bit of a strange kid, obsessed with horror stories. And I have played this at songwriter circles in the past, but I thought it's one of my very few upbeat ones, to be honest. So I thought I better scrape the barrel for the upbeat ones, seeing as I'm kicking things off. So this is called Chanel and Cigarettes. A rainy night, a crowded bar, a worn-out man with a broken-down car. At least that's what he told his wife back home. He slips off his wedding ring behind his back for the second time this week. Who knows what the night will bring? There she stood across the bar like a 1930s movie star, a cloud of smoke softening her face. A perfect velvet hourglass, full red lips and oozing class, and moving with a slow, seductive sway. Hypnotized by his desire to persist, the kind of woman any man would not resist. Drunk on a cocktail of cheap thrills and regrets, and the sweet scent of Chanel and cigarettes. He's not too sure what came next. Now he's out back helping her out of her dress. She whispers, I know somewhere we can go. Let him down a winding path all the way down to the right. Steel beneath his shoes. She grabbed him, kissed him hungrily, said, would you run away with me? 'Cause I've been hurt too many times before. My last love left me waiting here. Today will be too many years since the pain became too much to endure. He led away as a train came screaming by. Watched her wither and age before his eyes. Not a trace of youth or beauty left, just the faint scent of Chanel and cigarettes. He thinks, is this just my imagination? The guilt of my mistakes playing tricks on me. Am I just haunted by the shame of my infidelity? He watched her whisper away and disappear, then ran away wet with rain and frightened tears. Thinks this was far too real for me to manifest, and I still can smell Chanel and cigarettes. Another night, another bar, another man getting out of his car, looking for fun outside the marriage bed. He's hit as he walks through the door, an aroma he's not sensed before, a sweet perfume mixed with something else. And we're done. Thanks, guys. Marvelous. Oh, someone's just giving me a little trophy. I think it's a golfing trophy. I pretend it's a songwriting trophy. I think Drew has a little award that's a little bit more impressive there where he is. So Sam, let's come to you. How are you doing? Can you hear me all right? Sam?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm enjoying a
good.
little holiday away from the city.
Good. And you're up in the lakes at the moment, is that right?
Yeah, up in the Lake District. So I'm normally based in Leeds, which is still north of England, but I've taken myself further north than even that to go see some mountains and enjoy some time outdoors.
Lovely.
Which has been rare for the last few months.
Sounds lovely. And so you graduated from the Masters at ICMP, was it 2 years ago now?
No, nearly 3, I think, 2017.
Yeah. And how did you find your time there?
It was wonderful. It was I did a music undergrad, so it was the first time I'd really sort of dedicated a large proportion of time to surrounding myself completely and entirely with the music sort of world, and any sort of style I developed by myself. It was a great chance to refine it and learn some of the tricks of the trade and how I could use them in my own way and develop that sort of thing, because the ones with the careers that last the longest are the ones that do it on purpose and everything like that.
Oh, that's a great quote. Is that one of your own quotes?
No, it is not a line of mine. You'll find that most of my lines are not mine either. They're always taken from someone else.
What have you got for us first? Tell us a little bit about the first song you're going to share with us this evening.
If you just asked a question, I've completely missed it. Sorry.
That's okay. I was just saying.
Being terrible.
Don't worry, we all have to muddle through this, don't we?
What song am I sharing?
I was just going to say, tell us a little bit about what you're going to perform for us first. Still there, Sam? He's being either being very, very, very good at being still, or he's frozen. I'm not sure. There you go. You're back.
Right. Yeah. My connection has been awful.
Don't worry.
Repeat?
Just tell us a little bit about the song you're about to play. Oh, I think he's gone. Are you back, Sam?
Hello?
No, he's disappeared. I think he's probably going to log back on.
I'm not entirely sure if you can hear me properly.
Oh, there you are. I can hear you now.
But no, I think so.
Yes.
Am I?
Loud and clear.
If
You still there, Sam?
Right? Yes.
There you
I
are.
am.
You're back. We can see you. We can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to assume that's the case until someone crackly tells me to stop, because my connection is being as good as the countryside is allowing, apparently. But no, this first song I'm going to be playing is called Unipolar Tales. It's sort of the eponymous track of my debut album, which will be coming out. We talked about this recently, Hannah, but coming out fairly soon. And it's sort of just a song about writing, really, and the inspirations for it, and how sometimes it's easier to put things in a creative way than to just talk about it. But and enough on the talking side of things. I've delayed things enough. Something to say. The words don't come out 'cause I'm afraid to break the silence over my small thoughts. So I'll pretend I forgot. Then I bruise pages with black and blue lines, telling stories that I can't say out loud, but with melody it's alright somehow. And I don't want you to save me. It's not why I write these words. I just want my unipolar tales to be heard. And I feel so dull-hearted. My legs tremble at the thought of war peace. Sights became somewhere I could breathe. When I say exactly what's on my mind, people don't have time, but I found with melody it's alright somehow. And this is just my side of a conversation. You finish it with your ears just by being here. No, I don't want you to save me. It's not why I write these words. No, I just want my unipolar tales to be heard.
Gorgeous stuff, Sam. Absolutely beautiful. Did you say that's going to be out on your new record? I think I heard you say. Can you hear me, Sam?
Yes, I can, yeah. It's the eponymous title track, so Unipolar Tales will be the name of the act.
And do you have any plans for when that might be released, where we can all go and get
Soon.
Our hands on a copy of that gorgeous song?
I spend walking around the hills rather than finishing the mastering.
Lovely stuff, Sam. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much. So we're going to hop over the Atlantic now, and we're going to go all the way to Nashville to the lovely Julia Paymer. How are you doing, Julia?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
It's an absolute pleasure. So you're sitting in a room at Belmont University, is that right?
Yes, I'm at our Music Row location, so it's part of campus, but we're like right in the middle of everything, which is really cool.
Fantastic. And how have things been for you over there since lockdown? Trying to stay creative and trying to still write songs. How's it all been going over there?
It was rough for a second. I spent about 2 months really struggling with with getting motivation and inspiration, but getting used to Zoom writing, and when all the live streams and all these creative ideas started happening, I got a lot more motivated, and right now I'm honestly it's one of the most exciting times of my career. I think I feel myself like understanding my sound for the first time and really where I want to go and how I want to present myself. So I've been working on some singles that'll be coming out. The first one is going to come out in late October, and then the first song that I'm going to play for you guys will be my second single, and it'll be out in late November, so about a month later. Yeah, so I'm really excited.
What's the title of this first song you're going to perform for us?
This one is called Habits.
Habit. Whenever you're ready.
All right, thank you. You never said a word that hurt, but I'm still offended. And we don't have to fight, no, I still get defensive. And even when you're backing down, I still get aggressive. Who knows why I said it, probably for attention. How much love I got to lose till I finally get it. I'm either gonna break your heart or break these habits. I've either gotta fix myself or do some damage. And God knows that I know myself and all the hell I can bring to heaven. I'm either gonna break your heart and watch it happen, or break these habits. I've always been afraid of saying something's perfect, 'cause I know if it is, that means I don't deserve it. And every time I build a bridge, I know that I'll burn it. With all this regret, yeah, you'd think I'd be learning. Well, no one's ever made me change, but you might be worth it. I'm either gonna break your heart or break these habits. I've either gotta fix myself or do some damage. And God knows that I know myself and all the hell I can bring to heaven. I'm either gonna break your heart and watch it happen, or break these habits. I wish I could give you everything, but I know I can't promise anything. I wish I could give you everything, but I I've either gotta break your heart or break these habits. I've either gotta fix myself or do some damage. And God knows that I know myself and all the hell I can bring to heaven. I'm either gonna break your heart and watch it happen, or break these habits. Thank you.
I think I'm off mute now. Can you hear me now? Yeah, that was fantastic. Absolutely beautiful song. I think I could see us all in our respective corners just kind of bobbing along, unable to sit still to that one. So that's going to be your second single, did you say?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. November. Where might people at home learn a bit more about you and your music?
Right now, I actually am kind of just starting up my artist thing. I have a few cuts on just some Nashville artist stuff. But the best place right now is just my Instagram. Okay. It's at Julia Paymer, Paymer, and that's where I'll be showing all the updates for my new releases. That'll be on all platforms.
Great. Thanks so much, Julia. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to come back to London now, and we're going to go and say hello to Brooke.
Hello, yeah, I'm good. It's nice to be back here. It also feels like what was so amazing about coming here was having the classes where you just get to listen to each other's songs. So it's perfect being back here doing this and hearing all your songs. Sounds amazing.
You must feel so strange. Poor Brooke can't see any of us. She can only hear us.
No, I can see you.
Oh, you can see us now.
You're quite far away. I think that's why I'm in a weird angle.
But you look like this. It's lovely. You look like you're in a traditional gig setting there. I miss those. It looks gorgeous where you're at. How have you been then over the COVID kind of period? Have you been doing much writing or much performing online?
I started doing a live stream every Wednesday, and it got me taught me how to talk. Not that I'm talking great right now, but it teaches you how to talk to yourself, but to an audience, which is kind of the same thing. And I did do some Skype writing sessions, which are almost better because you kind of just get straight to the point and you end up writing a song in half an hour.
Yeah, we were chatting about this, weren't we, just a few minutes before we went live, about kind of it cuts out all the travel and all the logistics, and there are some positives
too. The lunch breaks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Although that's part of the joy of it, isn't it?
Is, yeah.
Going on a nice long lunch after or before. What are you going to be performing for us first, Brooke? It's
a song I don't think I'm actually doing anything with it, but it's like I feel like it's a songwriter's song. It's like something I'll kind of keep to myself, and it's about how kind of broken you can really feel after a relationship, but feeling like it's only worth it if you're that broken, because it must have been something worth to break. Like, at least I can feel something, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shall I play it? And I don't want to look back, hanging on the old drags. I don't even do that. I can stop this thinking. I've been out there drinking. It's getting older, waking up late, but I'm not sleeping. I've been wasting all these thoughts for you. I don't want to look back, hanging on the old drags, but at least I can feel something. At least I ain't love for nothing. Let it burn, but I got fire now. Let it burn, but at least I can feel something. sirens, they go on for hours. How'd I let that happen? They come and test my patience, make it like I'm fading. I don't need you to save me, I'm waking up late, but I'm not sleeping. I've been wasting all these thoughts for you, riding through the motions, soon I'll be unbroken. But at least I can feel something, at least I ain't love for nothing. Oh, we let it burn, but I got fire now. We let it burn, but at least I can feel something. Oh, we let it burn, but at least I can feel something. Let it burn. Feel the spark, feel the flame, feel it all just melt away. All the love, how'd it go to waste? Light it up once again. Water started, water end. Let's save it till the end. At least I ain't love for nothing. Let it burn, but I got fire now. Let it burn. I don't wanna look back, hanging on the old dress. I don't even do that. Thank you.
Well done, Brooke. Gorgeous song. It's so strange, isn't it, kind of not having that live audience to kind of interact with and play off and like finishing a song and kind of wait. I find it really odd. I'm still getting used to it. It's so strange to not play to a live audience. But yeah, beautiful. Yeah, exactly. You're kind of like, okay.
I've realised I've gotten really comfortable looking at myself in the mirror playing, and then when I practice away, I'm like, oh, this is I like lose focus.
You've got really comfortable with it. That's brilliant, though. That's definitely a positive.
In front of the mirror, but I mean, you don't have a mirror when you're live. So
that's true. I guess your weekly sessions have probably helped with that, though. You must be quite used to it now if you've been doing it every week.
Well, used to like singing to myself, yeah.
Thanks so much, Brooke. That was a gorgeous song. So we're gonna hop back over to Nashville now, and it's my great pleasure to welcome our special guest, Drew Ramsey. Welcome, Drew. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm back here, a few rooms away from Julia on Music Row down here.
So you have an incredible career. You've worked with some fantastic writers and artists, and you've won awards for production, and you teach at Belmont University. Can you just tell us and the people at home a little bit more about what it is you do?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a real joy. I mean, the whole thing, really, the whole ride. I feel like I was able to, I used to sort of lie and say, oh, shucks, if I can do it, anybody can. But I really did work hard to put myself in places with musicians, like we all do,
Yeah.
And it's not easy for a lot of us at first to put ourselves in these places and put ourselves out there. But I did get in the room with some very talented people, and I was able to keep myself there as a writer and producer. But now I sort of feel like, and I am still a signed writer. I write for BMG, still active. But I really feel like a lot of those co-writes and those productions were really all preparation for teaching here at Belmont. I think those things, even my mistakes, became things that I can kind of use to help some of the students hopefully avoid some pitfalls, some holes I fell in along the way, some ditches I ran into. And that's really been a great joy, though. And I have to say, we feel a real kinship with ICMP, with Jonathan and Sophie. They started coming over here probably 4 or 5 years ago and bringing students. And then like Julia was explaining earlier, we tried to connect your all students with our students and encourage them to co-write on both sides of the water. And then we finally started doing trips to London with songwriting students. So of course, Jonathan and Sophie were the first people we were going to reach out to. So we've been to the building there. They let us come in and record there a few days last summer. So it's funny. I really do think that all those, as I said, all those productions and awards are great things to have, but I think it was all preparing me to be a teacher, you know?
Yeah, we were all supposed to come out this year to see you guys in March, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately.
I know.
And I think, did you have a trip planned here? July, was it? You guys were going to come over?
Supposed to be there. Yeah, we were supposed to be there. Julia was going to initially be on that trip, I think, before. But we'll be, hopefully, I mean, it's looking like possibly next July. Hopefully, if there's, a shot that we can all get,
We all need to get together in the same room, don't we? It's just not the same.
It's not, but it is really great. It's very encouraging that what all you guys have said, and to hear Julia say that, she's writing with the students that she met here. And you guys are all right. It really does make the world smaller. If it's an option to have, why would we not use it to write this way, I mean, we've all done it. I did it before COVID because when you're working with artists that, for instance, live in London, I've worked with artists in Japan and London and Costa Rica and Greece, and it's just not always possible to be in the same room. Unfortunately, somebody's got to be up at 1 a.m. or 6 a.m. to make it work. That's not a great time to write either, but
you can write in your PJs though, so that's a good plus point.
I know.
What have you got for us? What's the first thing?
Well, I feel like I saw that you guys promoted this as the Nashville connection thing, and it very much is. But you guys already know this, but maybe some of the students logging in don't know that. You can tell that Julia, she's not really writing truck songs and cowboy songs. That's kind of a big misconception about our program in Nashville. People would just assume that we're all down here, baling hay and with our country hats on, and we certainly have some of those students. I would say probably about maybe 20% of our students write country music. So we encourage everybody to write. We kind of teach a genre fluid sort of approach. Just be able to come into the room with whatever, So I'm going to play a song that is not country at all because I don't really do that. But I think Nashville has a thing. Nashville there's something in the air or in the water down here that, as far as the way we do storytelling and lyrics, So this is a song that's really about a friend of mine from high school that got into a bit of trouble because passion got in the way, Passion got away. So it's kind of based on a couple of people that are real people. Some friends of mine and I each kind of put our own friends in there that were in this predicament. So I guess for you guys, it would sort of be like, if a girl that had kind of grew up in Brixton kind of fell in love with a guy that grew up in South Kensington, it would be that kind of like, but they let the passion get the best of them and they got themselves in a little bit of trouble. So we have a saying over here, mainly in the South, like Julia, maybe even though she's from California, but you've probably been to a restaurant, Julia, where one of the waitresses will say, "Oh, here you go, Pumpkin," or do you need me to get you another soda, Pumpkin? Or Pumpkin's like this name that it's kind of like Sweetie or, so the song is actually called Pumpkin because that's the person it's about. So it's kind of like if Bill Withers is like a big influence on this song because he kind of was from North Carolina and he wrote R&B songs that were kind of country. That's kind of the inspiration. So here's Pumpkin. Daddy's little queen, beautiful thing, know what I mean. But here's the thing, she was only 15. And Danny was the one and only son. The finer things in life were where he came from. He never really talked about the birds and bees. Never talked about the snake and what he did to Eve. Got caught up in curiosity. Didn't know about the harvest till they planted the seed. And now Pumpkin's having a baby. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Pumpkin's got a baby, but Pumpkin's just a baby too. Her daddy said for now they gotta be kinda discreet. Said he knew a clinic down on Elliston Street. And Mama said she would have to agree. They were way too young to start a family, but still you see, daily the baby grows. And Pumpkin's starting to show. The preacher already knows, and he told Aunt Fanny, and she told Granny. What's this I hear about Pumpkin having a baby? What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Pumpkin's got a baby, but Pumpkin's just a baby too. Time's got a way of revealing these things to you. The choices we make come back around, but when it all comes down, we all just want to be loved. A branch can't choose the tree, and a tree can't choose its leaves. Pumpkin had the choice, and I'm so glad that she chose me. Thank you, Mama. Pumpkin had the baby. Pumpkin had the baby, Pumpkin had the baby, and now you know that baby was me. That's Pumpkin.
Fantastic. Bravo. I feel like we should have all agreed to unmute when we applause so we get some big sound.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Fun. I love that Pumpkin starting to show line. It's brilliant, and I just love that kind of whole soul groove and kind of old soul feel with the, like you said, those country sort of storytelling lyrics. Fantastic. I know what you mean about kind of people kind of always assuming Nashville is kind of country and country only. It must be quite frustrating at times, I imagine. When I first went out to Nashville, I was lucky enough to go to do my first record there, and it was actually by accident. I didn't have a plan to kind of go out to Nashville to make a record, but I went there on a trip with the lovely Sophie Daniels, who's set this whole thing up, and we just had loads of fun seeing loads of bands, seeing loads of musicians. We did a few co-writes, and I met a producer called Michael Bonagara at a dinner party, and he was like, "Oh, just come up to my loft and we'll do a demo." And it was like the best experience ever. He was just so warm and friendly, and we had such a good time that I thought, if I'm going to make a record, then I'm going to come and do it here. And ironically, everyone in the UK at the time thought I was a country artist, and he was like, "No, this isn't country. this is folk, or who cares what it is really." And it was one of the best experiences I've ever had, really, going out to Nashville to make music.
Yeah, it's a great community. It's a really good community here. I think very open and welcoming. I mean, I've worked in other industry towns, I guess they call them, but Nashville's very much about next man up, next girl up kind of thing. Like, play us a song. I mean, it's kind of an even playing field in that sense, Yeah.
I felt that everyone just wanted to play, really. No one was really in competition or cared about who was who or what you kind of done or achieved or accomplished. Everyone's like, "You're a musician, like, let's play," which is just fantastic. And I guess it's me again now. Got so carried away listening to you all, I forgot to retune my guitar. So I'm going to play a song from that album, actually. The album is called Portraits, and I did it out in Franklin, actually, with Michael Bonagara in his loft, and it was so relaxed. His lovely wife, who's an amazing vocalist, would make us a different cake every day, and he'd be mixing, and I'd be playing with the dogs in the lawn, and it's just a dream. But this song, it's actually about a waitress. It's called Dancer, and it's about a waitress at one of my favourite places to eat in Crystal Palace in London, where I lived until pre-COVID, till very recently. It's called Dancer. A wave of her hand, a flick of the wrist, she'll beckon me to her and ask me to sit, flash 'em in you, and a dazzling smile, spinning through strangers in quick pirouettes, floats down the aisles, a pale silhouette, taking cues from the chime of the countertop bell. A tilt of her head, a dip and a bow, wiping down tables and sweat from her brow, unaware of an audience holding the spotlight, if only for one night she dances again. Well, this is no Broadway opening night, yet poised and so graceful, she glitters and shines with the tide of the crowd on her side. Well, this is her story, this is her stage. We throw adoration in tips and bouquets as she sweeps the floors, the curtain falls. A tilt of her head, a dip and a bow, wiping down tables and sweat from her brow, unaware of an audience holding the spotlight, if only for one night she dances again. A tilt of her head, a dip and a bow, wiping down tables and sweat from her brow, unaware of an audience holding the spotlight, alone in the lamplight she dances again. It's empty, she's closing her final encore. Waits as the register rings out a round of applause. She closes the doors. Thank you, guys. Sam, how you doing?
I think I'm just about here still.
Still with us, great.
Still, sort of. So it's getting darker, so why not make it a bit brighter? That was a wonderful song.
Thank you, Sam. You're looking very cozy now you've put your little light on. It's lovely.
I know. I had it all planned out in my head that this is exactly what I wasn't sure exactly what time it was going to get dark. Yesterday it took about 10 minutes for it to go to be fairly light to pitch black. And so I didn't want it to be covered. And it's been so long since I've actually heard people playing. It's really nice.
These songwriter circles are so lovely, aren't they, for that? They're just so informal and just sharing songs. And if we were live, we'd probably all be joining in. And unfortunately, that's something we can't do because of the lag.
Songwriting circles are beautiful, no matter how large they may end up being. It's certainly quite a big one. But no, I suppose I should play again.
Please do.
Another song in the album, I guess. Most of these songs were written at ICMP when I was there for my masters as part of the sort of like big project near the end, and most of them changed since and have gone through many different forms and have had tweaks done to them, but the core element of the entire album was done there really as the whole sort of concept. And this was one of the first songs in that really solidified what the sound of that project was going to be. It's called 100 Times, and there's not really much to say about it, just this is how it goes. You hold me close, tell me not to be scared, the feelings will soon go, and you'll still be there, and then we can sit. Don't have to talk if I don't want to talk. I'll tell you of my body, made of ethanol and tar, how it deals with everybody better than me by far, and how I worry it'll go up in flames any one of these days. And you're treating me with such patience, the promises I'm breaking. And oh, I've said them 100 times, but sometimes I find it easier just not to sleep, so then I don't have to dream. And oh, I've said it 100 times, but I'm sorry, my dear. I look out at the morning, see it slowly turning grey. I don't know how you did it, you kept my demons at bay, better than the light. I used to hunt monsters when I was a child. 'Cause you're treating me with such patience, the promises I'm breaking. And oh, I said them 100 times, but sometimes I find it easier just not to sleep, so then I don't have to dream. And oh, you said it 100 times, but I'm sorry, my dear. Just tell me what you're thinking of, and tell me that I'm good enough. I know you said it 100 times, but sometimes I find it easier just to believe the bad things I think about me. And I know that I'm needy, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for always saying sorry. I know you said I don't need to, but I'm sorry inside. Sorry that I hurt you sometimes. Please know that I don't mean to. I'm sorry inside. Sorry that I hurt you sometimes. Please know I don't mean to.
Wow, beautiful, Sam. That was a beautiful song. Thank you so much. Just for anyone at home that wants to follow you and check out what you're up to, do you have a website or details of socials you could mention?
Yeah. Also, it's all just Sam Firth music across everything, really.
That's lovely and simple.
Yes, it's as simple as it could possibly be, I think. And obviously, as things are getting closer to a head of release timings and plannings of sort of the press side of things, so there will be lots of activity going on soon, hopefully. So there will be things to actually look at rather than just older information.
Fantastic, thank you. I can't wait to hear more of your songs and check out your release. It's really exciting. Have you frozen? I think Sam may have frozen. Okay, well, we're going to skip back over the pond to Nashville to Julia. How are you doing, Julia?
Good. I'm good.
Good. It's nice and light where you are still. Was it about 1 o'clock where you are?
It's just about 2. Just about 2 o'clock.
Just about 2. Do you have any plans this evening for after you finish your performance?
I'm going to my internship at a publishing company down in Franklin, Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I'm just working at...
You're intending at publishing.
It's called Full Circle Music. It's a publishing company. And I work under Stacy.
Is that like a maximum thing?
Yeah. Down the right drop. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody back. Everybody's back.
Yeah.
Slight intermission there, I think, just as we'd have if we were live. Do we have Sam back? Is Sam back? No. Lasse, are we good to crack on with the second half, let's call it?
Yes, we are. There is just some noise coming from
Great.
some
Amazing.
person. Yeah, if we just jump over to Hannah for a sec, to have the next performance, and then we'll figure everything out. Thank you.
So we're going to have Julia next. So yes, so Julia, sorry you were rudely interrupted. You were telling us about your internship at Full Circle Music out in Franklin.
Yeah, I work under Stacy Wilbur, who's the vice president of Full Circle for publishing and A&R, and it's really cool. I help with like data and analytics and just helping the writers set up studio sessions and just charting all their songs and organizing them into song space, all that good stuff.
Great.
Yeah.
So what have you got for us for your second song?
So my second song is a song that I wrote with my friend Kerrigan Wads, who actually studied under Drew as well. We met in his class, which is pretty cool. And we wrote this song kind of inspired by Charlie Puth. We were listening to him, and his melodies are just so crazy and all over the place, but they all work, and we were super inspired by that, so we wrote this song. It's called One of the Lonely. So yeah, I hope you guys like. I can't catch my breath. Hands are shaking, they say count to 10. Put a face on trying to blend in. In the lights, it's easy to pretend. Yeah, I count to 10. It's all in my head. The room is spinning, should've stayed in bed. Small talking with some fake ass friends. 2 drinks in, I'm still overthinking. I should've stayed in bed. Well, no one cares who I am, where I'm from. They just want what I have, what I've done. At the end of the night, no one knows me. Too many faces out in the crowd. I don't recognize myself now. At the end of the night, no one knows me. I'm just one of the lonely. Well, stranger in my sheets. He looks good, but I don't feel a thing. Blame it on my insecurities. I just need a little company. No, I don't feel a thing. Well, no one cares who I am, where I'm from. They just want what I have, what I've done. At the end of the night, no one knows me. Too many faces out in the crowd. I don't recognize myself now. At the end of the night, no one knows me. I'm just one of the lonely. Well, this drink is strong and I'm too stubborn to say I'm not happy. So I blame it on the gin and tonic immaturity. And if I'm honest, I don't want this, I just want to sleep. But when the music stops and the lights come on, well, please don't leave. 'Cause no one cares who I am, where I'm from. They just want what I have, what I've done. At the end of the night, no one knows me. So many faces out in the crowd. I don't recognize myself now. At the end of the night, no one knows me. I'm just one of the lonely. Oh, one of the lonely. Are you one of the lonely? Woo! Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Am I still on the thing?
Awesome.
Thanks.
Oh, I thought I could hear a voice. Gorgeous stuff. Again, really cool. Your single is coming out. Remind us again. October, November.
Hopefully late October, maybe early November. But if you guys follow my Instagram, there will be updates on there.
Mhm. Amazing. I can't wait to hear. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, Brooke, we're back to you. How are you getting on there at ICMP?
Yeah, good. I can't see any of you now. Can you see me? Yeah.
Yeah, we can see you. We can see you and hear you.
Cool. Do I play my next song?
Please do. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're gonna perform for us next?
So I wrote it. I actually met a new writer over Skype, obviously because of COVID and all, like recently. And then since lockdown eased, we met up in real life, and then wrote this song. So it's like a week old, and it's about kind of the love that you would have, like you would live and die for, like as if it's like a mother's love. Yeah. I'm not my mother, but I imagine it would be hard. Darkest circles surround your eyes. You don't sleep, you stay up. Paying bills, working overtime. You just keep
Thanks, Brooke. Wow. That's the kind of song that I think if we were all in the room together, we would all been joining in, singing a bit of impromptu BBs and noodling along on the guitar. What a great song. And that's a real fresh one, I guess, just a week old.
Oh, yeah, so what do you think? Is it alright? Should I carry on playing it? Sorry, I need some feedback.
That's what we call singing out down here. Man,
you
she's
mentioned you're
singing.
running... Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, Brooke, just you mentioned you do weekly sessions. So, just for everyone at home, where can we keep up to date with everything you're doing and watch your live sessions? Do you have a website or?
Yeah, my website
social?
is brookelaw.co.uk, and the socials have zeros instead of O's, so maybe it's just easier going on the website.
And your sessions are every Wednesday, is that right? Is this every week?
I've reduced them to once every 2 weeks now because I'm now a nursery teacher.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Yes.
So once every fortnight, we can log on to your site and check out a live gig.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want.
Great. Fantastic. Thanks. Thanks, Brooke. Well done. Thank you.
Thanks.
Back to Drew. How are you getting on over there, Drew?
I'm good. I was saying that in Nashville, what Brooke was doing, we'd say, man, she's singing. That was good singing there, man.
Singing.
Mm-hmm. No, we're
I can't
good.
believe that we're actually at the end of our... I can't believe we're at the end of our round. This has gone really, really, really quickly. So we were talking briefly about the live scene out in Nashville. You said it's kind of on-off at the moment still. You're having some gigs in drive-in movie theaters, you said?
Some of the bigger artists have done that, tried that out because people stay in their car, and I guess you look kind of like USB, like Bluetooth the sound in or something, or listen in your car stereo, and then you blink your lights instead of clapping. I mean, I think just people are getting more creative with ways to perform more outdoor venues because it's safer.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll, like you guys have had, like it opens up a bit, as Brooke said, and then they kind of shut it back down, So there's been a bit of that on again, off again. And unlike what you'd normally see from our government, which is not as supportive of the arts as we see in Europe, in the UK, some of the musicians have been able to sign up for some assistance. And some of the venues are getting assistance now.
Right.
So there's going to be some online concerts to raise money for the venues have lost millions of dollars. So they're now doing there's government funds though. And that's not something we normally see over here very much. So, brings out the best and the worst in people. But I think people have banded together to support one another, which is beautiful,
Yeah, it's really positive. What is it you're going to perform for us next for your second song?
Well, I hate to end on a down note, but this is kind of an interesting song to look back on, and it has a bit of a London story. So this is going to sound like one of those bragging moments, but I got to write with John Legend. But that can also be kind of unnerving, though, because there's a reason people are stars, right? So we had to literally, having never met him, drive to Atlanta to meet him in a rehearsal studio to write, and it wasn't a great place to write either. It was all mirrors. That's where they rehearsed their dancers, and wasn't a great place to write. And we threw all these ideas at him, and he hated everything we played for him. And we had one idea, and he was not married to Chrissy Teigen at the time, but she was there. She was sitting outside, which made it even more distracting. And he said he wanted to write a song for her. So we had an idea called Good Morning Love, just about how, this is like a married person song. It's like when you wake up in the morning kind of love, like first thing in the morning kind of love, right? And he's like, I need a song. So we played him the idea, but it wasn't his kind of a vibe. It was what I would have called like more of a babyface kind of acoustic pop thing, But it was called Good Morning Love. And he's like, I love this idea about first thing in the morning kind of love. And then he sat at the piano and started playing what I call John Legend chords, big fancy city chords on the piano, jazzier chords. and it fit him. And it was just to watch him sort of put it in his zone, taught me something as a writer. And then we did not change the melody or the lyrics for the first verse and the chorus at all. It fit perfectly. But I like to say, looking back now, what's interesting about this song is now he is married to Chrissy Teigen, and they have children together. So I feel like our song really contributed to that. Them having babies, what we call baby making music. But I was in London last year, and we had visited ICMP and worked there, and we had a day off, and I was walking to get some coffee. I can't remember, over near Waterloo Station. If you go around that, there's some pretty good coffee. Can't remember, Lower Marsh.
Okay.
So I'm walking towards Lower Marsh, and I'm walking in traffic. You know how slow traffic is in London. I'm walking as fast as the cars. And some guy is in what we would call a van or a box truck, like a truck. He's going to work, it seems. He's got the windows down. He's playing this John Legend song. And there's no greater feeling as a songwriter to be walking down the street in London 10 years after a song came out. And I'm thinking, this guy looks like he's delivering meat somewhere. What is he playing, a John Legend song? He must be meeting his girlfriend for lunch or something, man. And he put it, and it was on repeat. Like, I continued to walk, and he had it on repeat in his car. So, and I tell you, as a songwriter, yes, I got my phone out, and yes, I videotaped him playing my song, and he probably thought I was some creep videotaping him in traffic, But it was such a great feeling as a songwriter to know that it not only did it speak to John Legend at the time, it was still speaking to this guy on his way to maybe to meet his girlfriend in London. So this is the song Good Morning. I might do a little John Legend impersonation somewhere in here. But again, the first verse and chorus are exactly the way we had the idea. All the words, Before you get into the shower, before you worry about your hair, baby, give me one more hour. I want you to stay right there. I don't want to miss a moment. I don't want to miss a kiss. If I could plan the perfect day, love, then I would start it just like this. Good morning. Good morning, love. It's my favorite love song, and I waited all night long for morning. Good morning, love. Before we start the day, dear, I'm whispering in your ear. Good morning. Baby, how can I convince you? Make it so you can't resist. Whatever else you have to do, love, it can't be half as good as this. I'll chase you underneath the sheets, love. I won't let you get away. The day won't be complete, love, unless we get the chance to say good morning. Good morning, love. He does all that. It's my favorite love song, and I waited all night long for morning. Good morning, love. Before we start the day, dear, I'm whispering in your ear. Good morning. Open your eyes, see the sunrise. I feel your skin so warm inside. Daybreak so sweet when you're next to me. So pray every night, and each morning will be good morning. Good morning, love. It's my favorite love song, and I waited all night long for morning. Good morning, love. Before we start the day, dear, I'm whispering in your ear. Good morning, morning, love. Hey, yes, good morning. It's almost morning where you guys are.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, it's getting there. That was fantastic. What an amazing story as well. And a fantastic song. Wow. I bet you have fun telling your students all about that.
Yeah, poor Julia's probably had to
That's
hear
the
that.
moment to strive for, isn't it? That's the...
Yeah, poor Julia's probably had to hear that story
Huh?
3 times now. But yeah, kind of. I mean, I know we've had graduates that have gone and gotten in rooms. One of our students wrote a song for BTS and Halsey, and our former students are going out. Some people that Julia knows are starting to get these opportunities. And then that's what we talk about. Like when you walk in that room, don't be intimidated if it's John Legend or Halsey or BTS. They're human beings. So you try to find that common ground, like who doesn't like morning love? So you're trying to find that thing that you can all agree on, that we can write a song about that day. Don't don't let the moment be bigger than you. But I know that you hear Julia. I mean, you guys have seen it with your students. You know they're going to go out and get those opportunities and make us proud as teachers, right, Hannah? I mean, you got students over there. You know they're going to make you proud.
Don't let the moment be bigger than you. That's a fantastic thing to hang on to, I think. In several ways, really, especially with everything that's going on at the moment. I can't believe that we've come to the end of the round. That's gone so fast, and it's just such a pleasure to be able to do this and to be able to do this from a distance with you guys out in Nashville. And I feel like we've just had such a lovely evening of such a variety of fantastic songs from fantastic songwriters, and I feel really privileged to have been able to host this today. So thank you, Sam. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you to Julia.
Sorry, my connection's
Out in
not awful.
Nashville.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you so much to Brooke.
Hey, Brooke.
Thank you.
And thank you so much to Ju. Thank you so much for being our special guest at our first Songwriter Circle for this academic year. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just want to
We're
say a
glad to
big
be
thank
part.
you also to... Oh, sorry, say that again.
No, we're just glad to be a part, and we really feel
Good.
like you're our extended family.
Yes, virtual hugs from across the pond. I also want to say a special thank you to Sophie Daniels, who this is her brainchild, the whole Songwriter Circle. Big round of applause to Sophie for organising this. We have another fantastic Songwriter Circle in just a week or two. It's September 21st, and that's going to be hosted by. It's going to be the special guest on that Songwriter Circle is going to be the fantastic Frank Turner. So do tune in and check that one out. And students, if you do want to apply, anyone that's watching that wants to apply to play, please do just drop an email to events and just register your interest. Big thank you to Lassa behind the scenes as well for sorting us all out with our tech. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone at home, for listening. I hope you really enjoyed it. Take care. See you soon.